All right, so we're going deep today on Roberta Flack,
Oh, yeah.
a legend, really, who sadly passed away recently at 88.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 5 Grammys, hits like Killing Me Softly with his song.
Right. Absolute classics.
And she was such a pioneer, as a black woman in the industry back then.
Oh, absolute groundbreaking.
So if you're out there listening and want to dig into her music, vinyl's the way to go.
For sure.
We're going to walk you through some essential albums, like a collector's starter pack.
Sounds good.
It's really amazing how Roberta Flack's music had this, what's been called smooth, soft-spoken, slow-burning soul.
Yeah, and it really resonated, Didn't just get stuck in your head, but drew you in.
Yeah.
Think about it. Back then, funk was huge, rock was rising, so much energy.
Right?
But she offered something different, this intimate quality, almost conversational.
Oh, totally.
Really captivated people.
Speaking of, let's hear some of that slow-burning soul.
Okay.
A little snippet of Killing Me Softly with his song for it.
Oh, that's the one.
Still gets to me, honestly.
Timeless.
What is it about her voice, though, that hits so deep?
It's raw, emotionally raw. You hear that depths all over her debut, First Take, back in '69.
Oh, yeah, First Take.
Recorded live in the studio. Captures that performance energy, amazing vocal control she had, like you're right there in a smoky jazz club.
I can imagine it.
And for a debut, incredible range, conveying so much with just a whisper.
Yeah, powerful stuff.
Now, Oasis, a few years later, that's where things evolved.
Okay, Oasis.
Huge impact, really cemented her place in the music world.
Big one.
Still got that signature vocal style, but more going on, intricate strings, fuller sound.
Interesting.
Some critics thought it was, her going more commercial.
That push and pull between artistry and commercial success, so many artists go through that.
Absolutely.
How'd she handle it, especially being a black woman in a mostly white industry back then?
Gotta remember the context. Late 60s, early 70s, music industry wasn't exactly inclusive, but she carved out her own space, unique voice, musical vision, persevered,
Yeah.
and never shied away from who she was, embraced it.
When I first really got into her music, I was amazed by how much there was. Different styles.
Yeah, it's a lot to explore.
What surprised you when you first dove in?
Honestly, the collaborations, the covers, she did so many.
Oh, yeah.
From Donny Hathaway to Beatles classics, wasn't afraid to experiment.
Wow.
That open-mindedness, it comes through in all her work.
This is just scratching the surface.
Definitely a starting point.
Gotta encourage everyone to go find that album's on vinyl, hear it the way it was meant to be heard.
Absolutely, that warmth.
But bigger picture, think about Roberta Flack's influence on other artists.
Yeah.
Where do we hear her legacy today in neo-soul, R&B, all that?
That's a good question.
Something to ponder while you're spinning those records.
For sure.